Okay, YouTube, what's up? We're doing another Light 3.0 video. This one is going to be for Warlock. And this first one I'm going to be going over is my kind of go-to solar build, but it is very versatile. And so let's go over the super first. So you can go Daybreak, Well of Radiance, whatever super you need for the moment. I usually run Healing Rift, Burst Glide, and Celestial Fire. The Snap is fun, but I like the longer range of Celestial Fire, so I usually go with that. But it doesn't matter which one you go with, really. I'm using Solar Grenades because I'm pairing it with the exotic Gauntlet Sun Bracers. I am going to be using Heat Rises and Icarus Dash. I like Icarus Dash because I'm all about mobility. It's not something that you really have to have, but you can also use Touch of Flame. Touch of Flame is just going to make your grenades do a lot more damage, especially the solar grenade, because it has periodically emits blobs of lava around its perimeter. So bigger range, and those blobs do a ton more damage. I usually run fragments of ashes, singeing, char, and combustion, because solar explosions. And you can switch out combustion just based on your own preference. You don't even need the strength boost. I do like the solar ignition spread scorch to affected targets because it's going to cause more explosions. I would probably, if I was going to switch combustion out, like if I'm doing well, I would probably switch combustion out to benevolence. Applying restoration, cure, or radiant to allies grants increased grenade, melee, and class ability regeneration for a short duration. Because benevolence is kind of like how solar 2.0 used to be. So I would put benevolence and then I'd switch to a healing grenade, and then that's usually for like what I would say is raid bosses when you have to bring the well. And then so I'm pairing it with sun bracers. And so my build is, again, this ties into my everything build video. I'll put a little link pop up in the video. I usually run Harmonic Siphon because I'm usually running solar and a solar weapon. I've liked using Callus Mini Tool because it's a little bit more accurate in the air, but Zaoli's Bane with Incandescence, everyone's going after that. But you can pair it with anything that you want, really. But I like using Callus Mini Tool or Teraba. The SMG is a little bit more forgiving when I'm just spray playing while floating in the air, and I'll show you that in the video. So Elemental Charge and Taking Charge, that's always on my helmet and on my gauntlets. Chest piece, this is where you get to have some fun, so I'll come back to this. Boots, always charged up, or Bountiful Wells. In this case, I'm running charged up, but you can do Melee Wellmaker is my preference, and I'm running Bomber with stat increase. But you can run charged up or Bountiful Wells here. Actually, let's do Bountiful Wells. You don't need that many wells, but if you run charged up, you can get more charged with light. And I would recommend that because on the chest piece, you have options. If you're going to run an arc chest piece, I usually am running high energy fire and then whatever damage resistance. And arc chest piece doesn't really give me that many benefits that I was seeing. But you could also, if you're running a void chest piece and you want your super back, you could run energy converter, because this build is all about throwing tons of grenades and floating around in the air, getting kills to get health regen, to get more melee energy, to throw more grenades. So you're just literally an angel flying around, throwing sunspots everywhere. Not sunspots, solar nades. So you can do energy converter because you can get your next super back, at least up to 50% of it back really quickly. If you're not familiar with energy converter, it's a combat mod, charge with light mod. It when using a grenade attack, it consumes your stacks of charged with light. So the more you have, the more you gain. But so if you throw with ×3, you're getting at least a quarter of your super back. But you can get charged with light again and throw another one and get up to 50% back. And I'll actually show that one in the build because that's a little bit more specific than, say, high energy fire. You can also run heal thyself while you're charged with light. Grenade final blows heal you, consuming a sack of charged with light. So that's another option you can do if survivability is a concern. And that's been my favorite build. It's not based around healing. It's mostly based around damage and mobility. But enjoy the gameplay. I'll try and show off a couple different variations. So right now I have my super and I'm charged with light ×3. So I can pop my super. I'm using the energy converter chest piece, the void charged with light mod. So I'm generating orbs for my team. I'm like, oh, let's get rid of these big targets. I'm at charge with light ×3. Throw a grenade. There's 30% of my super back. Melee wells. I'm already charged with light ×2. And I had the opportunity to throw more nades, but I can throw... Can do that. Pick up these. Throw a nade. And as I do damage with my grenade, it gives me my melee back. As long as I'm in the air. So I already, in that one room, popped my super, and I'm already 50-60% of my super energy back. Yeah, I can spread Scorch to these nearby targets. And that's part of it too. And that's using the incandescent. They're getting scorched though. Let's say I wanted to wait on my super. There's a big target. Again, pop my super. Kill the target. I'm gonna waste this to show you guys. So I'm charged with light ×2. Get that kill. Make sure I'm ×2. Throw my nade. Again, I get ×2. I'm gonna throw my nade again. And it's going to give me another boost of like 25% of my, or not 25, but another like 10% of my super back right there. And then the helmet is also giving me on grenade kills my super. So that's the pairing that with energy converter seems kind of nuts. Because you can get your super back extremely fast. So I can just keep doing that. So let's try. See, charge with light, throw a nade, gave me a little bit back. The kills give me even more. And like I said, if survivability is an issue, you could run heal thyself. And every ×2 I pick up just from getting the initial melee kill in the combo is building up that super energy, that charge with light, to then throw the nades from sun bracers to give you more super energy. Every combo, you're going to be generating at least half your super. And that is one of my favorite combinations of the build. You can even take some parts away, but it's solar grenades everywhere. All right, Light 3.0, Void Warlock. Or as I like to call it, Void Explosions, the subclass. So I'll get into the exotic pairing and weapon pairings, but let's start off with the super. You can go with any super you really want to. If you like Nova Warp, do Nova Warp. If you like Vortex and it's more viable, do Vortex. I like using Cataclysm because it shoots a giant bomb. I feel like I'm literally throwing a bomb like like I'm in Dragon Balls. It's fun. So again, I am going to go with Healing Rift. I'm going to go with Blink. You can go with Burst Glide or whatever glide you like. I like Burst, but I'm going to be using Blink in the video. Pocket Singularity because you have no other choices. Scatter Grenade. If you that's because I'm pairing it with Nothing Manacles, the exotic gauntlets. You can do Controverse holds and pair it with Vortex Grenade, and this build would work almost exactly the same. I like to do Feed the Void and Child of the Old Gods. I'm not a big fan of Chaos Accelerant, but it's fun. In terms of the build, I would say just take off Child of the Old Gods if you want to change it for Chaos Accelerant. Fragments. I like to go with Expulsion because the Void ability Final Blows will cause targets to explode. So explosions upon explosions. Echo of Instability. Defeating targets with those Void Grenades is going to make me have volatile rounds with my Void weapons. So you'll see that with my weapon pairing. Echo of Leeching, melee final blows, start health regeneration. This is just to help out myself with resilience and to help out everybody else because I'm running around with Devour. I'll be fine, but they might not be. And on that melee final blow starting health regeneration, melee final blows will also grant grenade energy. So say I've used up all my grenades, I'm waiting for some of them to come back. I can create that energy on the fly. You can also swap out Echo of Exchange if you don't need to be making the grenade energy. You're feeling fine about it. I like to run Starvation. Picking up an orb grants Devour if that's the case. Because we're going to be making a lot of Void orbs and wells. So per usual, I'm running Ashes to Assets. The grenades will give me super energy. Momentum transfer. Ashes to Assets taking charge on the helmet. Momentum transfer for the grenades to give melee energy because I'm throwing a lot of grenades. An elemental charge to become charged with light off of wells. You can run Energy Converter. You can run High Energy Fire. You can run Heal Thyself. I usually would run High Energy Fire just in the back. Like I don't need super energy any faster, but it is kind of fun to just be in low end content. You can just create super energy on the fly. It's great. So you can run Bountiful Wells or you can run Charged Up. Because I always run Solar Boots, so you're going to have plenty of orbs. And in my case, this is actually the wrong thing. This would probably be about right. So I would run Elemental Ordnance instead of Melee Well Maker. So your grenades will be the ones making the wells. And in terms of like energy converter, I was using this in the solar build a moment ago. I noticed it was only getting to ×2 because I'm not running charged up. If you're running energy converter, run charged up. If you're not running energy converter, I recommend you run bountiful wells. But let's go on to the weapon pairing. You can run anything you want based on anything you're doing. But I like to run my Unforgiven because it has Demolitionist. Frenzy just for a little bit of bonus damage, but Demolitionist because if I do lose my grenades, then I can just kill a few targets with volatile rounds. And you'll see that in the gameplay. I'll try and show that off along with the super regeneration. Sounds good, chat. Let's do this one. You got the project started for Braden's troll shirt, sent you a template. Nice. All right. Void 3.0. I'm only charged with light ×1. Let's change it. Throw a grenade, pick that up, ×2. Throw a grenade here. Pick that up, ×2. I threw the grenade and I have volatile rounds. I'm at charge 3 right now. Throw a grenade. I'm already back to half super. Throw a grenade, volatile rounds. I got 4 seconds of it. Volatile rounds can do some work. That's Echo of Expulsion when the grenade kills an enemy and then it causes the target to explode. Again, volatile rounds is still a thing. It didn't have to only be Season of the Void to use it. You just gotta make it into a grenade pairing build. They already have my super. Kill a target. I'm charged with light ×3. For my grenade, already a quarter of my super back. Pretty much all you got to do to start the chain is throw a grenade, pick up an orb. You have volatile rounds. And I have Devour, so I'm just casually walking around. And that's how you do it. Void 3.0, for me, it's all about Void explosions. If you don't have an Unforgiven with Demolitionist, even a even the that other one, what is it called? Funnel web. I would say try and get one of these funnel webs, Subsistence Frenzy. That's also really good. because the subsistence keeps the volatile rounds going, which is also really fun. And instead of it being a 900 RPM, it's a lot of fun using the funnel web. Also great choice. But demolitionists can keep you going a long time because you get a kill even if you don't have your next grenade back immediately. Just start using the volatile rounds to start void explosions everywhere, and you'll have a easy time with it. What up, YouTube? Light 3.0 Arc Warlock, the last in a long line of Light 3.0. And this one, it's a little bit different than how I've seen a lot of people putting out their builds. This one's more about fun, so don't judge me too harshly. But let's start about this with the super. I'm using Chaos Reach. I'm using Healing Rift, Burst Glide, Ball Lightning, and Storm Grenade. I'm using Electrostatic Mind and Lightning Surge. You can switch Surge out for Arc Soul if you want more Arc Souls in your life, but I'll get into that with my exotic pairing. I'm using Resistance, Recharge, Discharge, and Ions. So I'm making Ionic Traces, as well as I'm pairing it with Getaway Artist so that I can literally make as many Arc Buddies, Arc Souls as I can, but they're all for me. And I'm also doing it for fun. This is more of a fun build. Otherwise, I would run Arc Soul for everybody to get souls. Lightning Surge, because I kind of like the new ability, the blink forward and jolts targets. Also, the jolting is going to make Ionic Traces for me to get back my grenade faster and all of my abilities back faster. But I am pairing that again with Ashes to Assets, Taking Charge, Elemental Charge. I found out that I tried it out. Energy Converter does work. So on lower end content, I would run Energy Converter. If not, I probably would run High Energy Fire. But Energy Converter works just by eating your grenade, and I'll show that in the gameplay. I'm also running Charged Up because I'm running Energy Converter. Otherwise, like I said, I would run Bountiful Wells, and Solar on the Boots is my go-to all the time. I'm doing Melee Well Maker because I think you have to throw the grenade to make wells. If it's the Arc Soul killing them, it doesn't count. So I'm doing Melee Well Maker for any wells that I want to make to become charged with light faster. I'm pairing it with Nation of Beasts. You can kind of pair it with whatever. In my gauntlets, that's a thing that is kind of important. Normally I'd run Arc for momentum transfer, but because I'm eating them, it doesn't really work that well. But for instance, say if I wanted to run SMG, I would run Grenade Kickstart. And I'll actually run that in the gameplay to show you guys. I don't have an Arc SMG on my character currently, but options that you could run. The Crucible actually has one that I'm interested in. Otherwise, if you have a stochastic variable, that's an Arc SMG that I would probably run with it so that I can run Harmonic Siphon for orb generation. Otherwise, you can kind of run whatever you want in terms of a special or heavy weapon. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. Let me know if you have any questions about this build and how I make builds all for my generic gameplay. Light 3.0. So I already have my super and charge with light ×3. So say I wanted to just knock out a whole line. Maybe I didn't use all my... Oh, that's a lot of moths. I canceled it early and I still have some super energy. Well, I have charge with light ×3 and I'm using energy converter. Boom. Already back up to half. I can start just letting them kill some things. Make a well. Jolt some targets while we're at it. Arc Soul is about to run out. Pop another one. I can pop a healing rift in case I didn't have it yet. I can already pop another one. See, I have 13 seconds of Arc Soul. Every 2 kills, I'm pretty much going to get an Arc Ionic Trace. But that's another thing. I can use the Arc kills that I'm pairing Nation of Beasts with. Build some targets. Pretty much, I basically, every time I eat one too, I get amplified. So I could just run around. Like I said, I'm at ×3. That time I didn't cancel my super early, but I'm charged with like ×3. So energy converter can kick in as soon as I eat another grenade. ×3 gives me almost 25% back, anywhere between 15 to 20% back. And I would use that for low end content. High end content, I probably would be doing high energy fire just for more damage on some of the champs. But see, I ate and it didn't kill, so I didn't get many Ionic Traces. So I can pop Healing Rift, and that's from my class item. I already have that again. I instantly become amplified. All the Ionic Traces. All my abilities back. Then I want to throw a grenade. Then I wanted to throw the grenade. Now I just get some arc kills. The orbs, and as soon as I have my grenade back, I'm ready to start chaining again. And there's my super back already. Even canceled early. So you can have a lot of fun just like having your super back quicker, especially with Warlock. On the builds that I try and make, it works well with energy converter. You can use it with high energy fire. Even when you're doing this, like I said, Arc 3.0, Lightning Surge is fun because you're jolting targets and you're making more Ionic Traces, but you can run Arc Soul as well, and you're going to get almost the same effect. All right. Thank you guys for making it to the end of the video. As a reminder, I stream every day on Twitch, twitch.tv/punkforeveryone. That link will be in the description. If you have questions, feel free to comment. And if this video was helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the videos out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. It's going to be Titan Light 3.0. All my favorite builds for Void, Solar, and Arc Titan subclasses. See you guys then.